check, you guys. I think I just pressed live and I didn't mean to. Give me one sec while I finish setting my camera up. I was trying to fix the orientation. And it seems I might have messed it up a little bit. So one moment. I've been experimenting with landscape mode versus portrait mode, which I started streaming in. So landscape is tricky because my head gets cut off sometimes, so let me figure this out really quick. All the technicalities of live streaming. Pressing play when you don't mean to. Alright, let me see if this will work here. This looks pretty good. I need a couple more minutes. Now, while I'm getting set up, I'm turning on my chat on my computer, you guys. So, if you want to say hello, I would love to check in with you, see where you're at, see who's with me. This is different from Zoom. I can't see you guys, so you're gonna have to write to me. All right, if you have access to your keyboards, go ahead and say hi. Let me pull my stream up here. All right. Okay, guys. So some people jumping on, some people jumping off. I'm here though, and you're here. Janine, what's up, baby? Yay. Okay, you guys, so for the few that are here right now, I'm going to give it a couple minutes, like I said, just for other people to jump on and everything. I included a playlist for you today in the link for this video. If you look, there's a Spotify playlist. If you want to play some music, I would recommend some music through this practice if you'd like to. And for that, if you're watching on your phone or your TV or something, just obviously having an external or a secondary source for your audio and just putting on the playlist. I'll tell you when. Let's not start yet. But just have it handy, and then we'll jump in and press play whenever we get started. Okay, so I'm going to give it just a couple more minutes because it's just two after. And again, the other two of you, I know Janine's here, but a couple more of you, if you want to say hi, let me know who you are, where you're at, how you're feeling, all those things. I'll tell you how I'm feeling right now. I did not get very much sleep last night. Unfortunately, I have a tooth issue, like a really bad toothache going on, and it was so painful throughout the entire night, and I was up with this aching tooth pain. So I had to call a dentist today, make an appointment to get this tooth probably taken out Monday, and oh man, I've been putting it off. So dental stuff is never fun, but that's what I had last night. So today I'm just kind of exhausted, and I'm like, man, looking forward to this opportunity to just slow down, breathe, and move out some stuff, you know. So that's where I am. So my energy is a little lower than usual today, but that's okay because that's why we're doing slow flow. Alright, I know my dad is definitely joining me today again. My dad's like one of my #1 fans for yoga. All right, I'm gonna give it 2 more minutes. We'll get started in about another minute. All right. We got a couple more on here now, 6:06. All right, Wimala, the music link should be in the video description, but if it's hard for you to see that, I will, I'm gonna post it in the comments for you. How about that? Give me 1 sec. Let me just post it right in the comments for you. And okay. So I just posted there for you, Imala, if you want to put that on. Let's go ahead and you guys can start that. It should say yin, the playlist should say yin. This isn't a yin class, but I had that playlist named that from before. And this music is just nice, some nice chill ambient music I like. Oops. Now let me turn mine on as well. Alright, you guys, I hope that wherever you are in time and space, you are feeling good. You're feeling good. And if not, that's okay too. Totally okay. That's why we're here. Alright, so let's all come to our mat. I'm sure you guys are there. I'm going to make my way there. No big intro. Let's just go ahead and come to the middle of our beautiful magic rugs or magic rubber friends here. Cross your legs or come to a comfortable seated position. Take a full deep breath in. Close your eyes. Let that breath fill your entire body. Hold your breath at the top. And then exhale. Allow your shoulders to drop down and back. Coming right into our Ujjayi breath. Inhale, fill your belly, fill your ribs, fill your chest. Deep, full breath. Exhale like you're fogging a mirror with the mouth closed. Hear the breath as you exhale and drop the shoulders back. Slight tuck of the chin. And one more nice full deep breath in. Let your belly really inflate. All the way to the top and exhale. Go ahead and lengthen your spine. Turn your palms to face down on your knees. Tuck your chin towards your chest as you pull the shoulder blades back and down. So just gently stretching the back of your neck. Now we're going to stay with our breath. Nice, inhale in and exhale. Go ahead and start to roll your head over to the right. So bringing your right ear toward your right shoulder and allowing a nice gentle stretch through that left side. Now from here, if you want a little bit more, you can place your right hand on the left side of your head. Pull down gently as you draw your left shoulder away from you. And again, we're moving super slow today. So allow yourself to feel all the subtleties in the neck. Feel free to move around a little bit. So maybe lifting the chin slightly, getting into a different part of the neck as you take another breath. And then exhale, rolling your chin down a little bit again, one more time. Getting toward the back of the neck. Soften. And release your right hand. Let's go ahead and roll through center, nice and slow. Inhaling and exhaling over to the left. Left ear drops toward left shoulder, right shoulder drops away. Feeling a nice stretch through that right side, and then go ahead and place your left hand on top of your head or to the right side of your head a little bit there, and gentle pull, nothing big, nothing too intense. Nice deep breath. Feel free to move around a little bit if you want to lift your chin slightly. Go ahead and draw down. Maybe your eyes are closed, dropping your chin gently, and getting into a different angle of the neck. Nice full breath. Go ahead and release and soften. Bring your chin back to the center, hands on your knees. One more time, chin to the chest, and this time go ahead and round your back into a cat spine. So just rolling onto the tailbone a little bit, tucking your chin as you pull on your knees, inhaling and exhale. On your inhale, we're going to go ahead and roll forward. So rolling the pelvis forward as you pull the shoulder blades back, go ahead and lift your chin and chest, open the throat. And then exhale, come back to a neutral spine. Now we're going to stretch the front of the neck by placing your hands right over the chest. You're actually going to press down, give yourself some pressure here, and then press in and down. As you do that, you're compressing and lifting the chin. So you'll feel a stretch through the front of your neck as you pull down. Breathing. And then we're going to just focus on that left side. So go ahead and place palm over the left side, right over the chest, and pull your chin up and away from your hands. So find a compression, you're pinning it down and stretching away from the hands. You'll feel a stretch through the front left side of your neck. Drop the chin further away, nice full breath. Long exhale, soften, come to neutral and switch. Palm over the right chest. Right where the chest meets the shoulder, pin it down. Breathe and stretch away. So right shoulder pulls down, the chin moves up and away. Jot the chin forward and feel a nice big stretch through the front right side of your neck. Get all those little muscles, even into the jaw, you're going to feel this. Nice deep breath in. And exhale, soften. Back to center. Go ahead and place your hands back on your knees. One more time. Leaning back, rounding and curling, chin to the chest. Inhale, coming forward, open up, lifting the face, heart lifts to the sky, shoulders draw back. Good, back to neutral. From here, we're going to bring the right hand down to the mat, opening that left side, reaching the left hand up toward the sky. And you can walk your right hand further away from the body, if that's okay for you, but keep your left hip grounded for now. Turn my music down. And look up if it's okay on your neck. Take a deep breath in. And then exhale, go ahead and look down. Reach that left hand higher over the head. Now we're going to make circles. So inhale, you're going to look back up. Open up the arm. Bring it back a little bit more. And go ahead and start to make circles. So inhale, opening that arm up over the head. Exhale, bringing it back behind you a little bit, making a big rotation a couple more times. Inhale, over and up. Deep breaths. Exhale, get that shoulder to open. And again, inhale, over and up. And exhale, open. Very good. Inhale, go ahead and bring your hand back up over the head. Pull yourself back up to center and switch. Left hand over to the left. Walk your hand out as much as you can there, maybe keeping the right hip grounded. Right arm reaches up. Nice full breath. Deep breath in, exhale, reach over the head. You can look down. Go ahead and open up that arm behind you a little bit. Open up the chest, and we're going to start to make circles. So going ahead and bringing that hand down, inhaling it up, exhaling it back. Again, inhaling it forward and up. Exhaling it open the chest. Couple more, nice soft neck. Feel free to look down and away from the hand if it feels better on your neck. You don't want to create any strain there. Nice and soft, make it feel good. Even close your eyes if you want to. One more rotation, inhale, open, and exhale. Good, we're gonna bring the hand back up and over the head. Reach yourself back up to center. Good, coming up to a seated position. We're gonna take a twist. Start by bringing the right hand behind you, left hand to the right knee. Look over that right shoulder, twisting. Nice deep breath in. Exhale. And switch. Right hand to the left knee, left arm behind you. Nice inhale in. Exhale. One more breath. Inhale, sit up. And exhale. Good. Coming back to center. If it's okay on your knees, you guys, we're going to bring those hands forward on the mat. So I'm going to slide so I'm facing forward. Coming forward on the mat, rolling up to all fours. So coming through, staying at the center of your mat. Keep your knees wide, the width of the mat. All right, and we're going to start to make circles with the body going into dancing lion. So starting by going to the right in a clockwise direction, we're going to draw back toward the heels. Coming forward toward the hands. Exhale, back toward the heels. Inhale, forward toward the hands. And we're going in a clockwise direction. Now feel free to close your eyes. We're going to do this a few more times, going in this direction at your own pace with your breath. Exhale as you draw back. You can roll your head around if it feels good. Inhale, forward. Again, moving slow. That's the theme of this practice today. I want you to feel. And breathe. We're going to stop wherever you are. Go ahead and pause for a moment. And then when you're ready, go the other direction. So again, feel free to close your eyes and feel. Now we're going counterclockwise. Exhale as you come back to the heels. Inhale as you come forward toward the hands. Rolling the spine around. Rolling in the hips, the shoulders, the head. One more rotation, finding your way back to center. When you're ready, coming back to all fours. We're going to bring the knees in so they're directly under the hips. Bring the hands under the shoulders. Let's go ahead and walk those hands forward a little bit. Tuck the toes. On your inhale, you're going to come forward if it's okay on your lower back. Then untuck the toes, lift your chest, and exhale, press the hips back. On your inhale, coming forward. Rolling forward, exhale, coming back. Again, inhale, coming forward. Feel free to bend your knees a little bit, maybe come to a cobra. Exhale, press back to child's pose. Two more like that. Inhale forward, roll forward. Exhale back. And one more, inhale forward. Exhale back. Now finish in child's pose, bringing your toes together. Open up your knees a little if you need to. Forehead to the ground, arms forward. Right into the Ujjayi breath. Fingers spread, all 10 fingers touching the earth, acknowledging the connection. Take one more complete long breath here. Long inhale into the belly. Exhale, settle. And on your next breath, grounding through those palms, lifting the elbows, roll back up to hands and knees, back up to all fours. Bring your hands underneath the shoulders now, walking them back. Knees underneath the hips, coming to a nice long tabletop position. We're going to extend that left heel straight back. So go ahead and tuck the back left toes and press through the heel. All right, straight back, nice and strong. Now keep that left hand aligned under the left shoulder. Reach your right hand forward, spread the fingers, spread the toes, and breathe. Now lock your drishti. That means find a focal point of the eyes, and let's find that ujjayi breath. Press strong through the left hand, reach further through the right. Stronger through that left leg. One more breath in. Exhale, right hand down, left knee down, round your back like a cat, press into the palms. Feel free to hiss there. Back to center. Same thing on the other side, nice and slow, intentional movement. So now that we're going slow, we can really feel all the alignments here. Right heel presses straight back from that right hip. Aligning, right hand directly under the shoulder. Feel the connection and the arms stacking there. Left arm reaches forward. Spreading the fingers and the toes, extending forward through the hand and back through the foot. Drishti is locked, shoulders are pulling back. Breath is flowing. The body might be shaking, that's okay. Keep the jaw muscles soft. Keep the eyes steady. Take one more full breath. Exhale as you slowly, with control, lower the hand, lower the knee one more time. Press into the palms, round your back. Empty completely. Come back to center. We're going to do that same thing. Left heel is going to draw right straight back. Right arm reaches forward. Extending through the hand and the foot. Same thing we just did. Good. And then go ahead and lower that right hand down. Swivel the right foot back behind you. Oops, I kicked my drum here. Right foot back behind you. See if you can balance on that right side. Now, if you need to, also please lower the left foot first and then turn. Reach your left arm up, okay? So up to you, or you can turn and then lift your left foot. Left arm reaches up, and then left hand over the head. Keep kicking out from that left heel, reaching it back or reaching it straight out of that left hip, and then you can reach up, bend your left knee if you have room, catch the foot, pull the heel in toward the body. Roll that left shoulder back, look up as you breathe in, and then exhale, go ahead and look forward or down. Pull that left shoulder back a little bit more. Go ahead and release that foot. Extend through the heel, lift your left arm, lower the foot down, swivel the right foot back, lower your left hand to the ground, come back to all fours. If you need to here, you can round your back like a cat, or you can even press into a little downward facing dog to neutralize your lower back there. And then we're going to come back to all fours. Use your breath. Right leg straight back. So really feel the integrity of the alignment in this practice today. Just because we're moving slow doesn't mean it's not going to be challenging. Sometimes the slower the practice, the more challenging it is. So from here, again, you can lower your left hand and swivel back, reaching right arm up. Wait, did we do that? Yeah. Otherwise, you can lower that right foot first, swivel, reach the right hand up. Okay, so it's up to you. You can just roll back, right arm reaches to the sky, looking up. If you lowered your right foot, maybe you can play with lifting the right foot there and then reach your right arm over the head. Now reach from the foot through the hand. One more breath, inhale, looking up. And then exhale, reach back, bending your right knee. Catch that foot or ankle behind you. Go ahead and kick back. Open up that shoulder. If that's too much on your lower back, you can also just pull the heel in. But go ahead and look down now. See if you can open up a little bit more, pulling that shoulder back. Nice, one deep breath here. And slowly with control, release. Right foot comes down to the ground, right arm comes up, right hand comes down to the ground, swiveling left foot back, come back to all fours. When you're ready, we're gonna find our way into downward facing dog, Adho Mukha Svanasana. Go ahead and tuck the toes before we come up. Find a nice long spine. So if you feel like you're in a cat spine here, I want you to find a nice dog tilt, pull your shoulders back, lift the knees, hover the knees first, draw your navel in, and then with strong arms and legs, press your chest back toward those thighs. Let your head hang freely like a bowling ball. Deep, full breath in. As you exhale, press your heels back even deeper, working on getting those legs to straighten. So again, your gaze should be between your ankles here. Your head is relaxed like a bowling ball. Let's shift the weight to the right leg. All the body weight to the right foot. Now you can come to your left toes or even lift your left foot up off the ground, but continue to press back through that right heel. Jaw muscles soft, nice breath in. Exhale, we're gonna switch. Shift your weight over to the left foot. Arms are strong. Chest is pressing back toward that left leg. You can come to your right toes or lift your right foot completely. Maybe just hover it. If you want to wrap the right foot around the left ankle, you can. And we're going to come to center. Bring both feet back down to the ground. Inhale, full deep breath, fill your belly. Exhale, draw back a little deeper. Good, let's come forward. You can find plank or you can lower to your knees, okay? We're gonna lower down to the belly, so depending on what you're working with here, feel free to lower to your knees. Elbows stay into the body to come down to the ground, all the way down to the ground here. Let's untuck the toes. So keeping those legs strong, untuck your toes, bring your hands down by your sides, palms facing up. Take a full deep breath here, fill your belly. Exhale all the way out. On your inhale, I want you to lift. Engage your back body, lift your chest, pull your shoulders back, lift your legs. Holding this nice position here. Keep pulling those shoulders back, extend the neck. One more breath in. Exhale, lower down to the ground. Slow breath, slow movement. Good, nice full breath right into the nose, into the belly. Pause at the top, exhale long and slow. Again, always using that Ujjayi breath. Tuck your toes under. Slide your hands next to your ribs. Spread your fingers wide. Pull your shoulder blades back and down. So right away extending from the tailbone to the top of the head. Feel that extension. Press into your toes, lift your knees off the ground, engage your legs. Pull your navel in toward the spine. Again, slight tuck at the tailbone if I didn't mention that. Now inhale if you'd like to try for it. Go ahead and press straight up to plank. If you need to use your knees, you can do that as well. Otherwise, inhale when you're ready, straight up. Hold your plank. And then exhale, press back. Adho Mukha Svanasana. So again, making sure those elbows aren't out to the side in downward facing dog. You're pointing your elbows more towards your body, towards your knees. If you're not familiar with that, I have a breakdown of these poses in Vinyasa Foundations 1 and 2. Those videos are included on this channel. From here, we're going to walk the feet to the hands, you guys, nice and slow. Don't go fast. I want you to take your time and actually get a hamstring stretch as you walk up. So maybe a few breaths to come up. Don't move your hands. Give yourself this opportunity, inch by inch, step by step, keeping the head and neck relaxed, bringing your feet all the way up, behind the wrists. So feet hip-width apart, and once you're at the top there, stay in a fold. Let your head hang like a bowling ball. You can clasp your opposite elbows and sway, or even gently clasp your hands behind your head like I just did, and start to sway there. Don't lock your knees out though. Nice soft bend in the knees, and gently swaying right foot to left foot. Make sure those toes are straight forward or even slightly in, so the outsides of your feet are parallel to the outsides of your mat. Keep breathing, finding a nice gentle sway, allowing the neck to stay soft. Eyes can even be closed. Ujjayi Pranayama. Those of you just tuning in or have tuned in before or after we started, there is a yoga play or a music playlist in the description of this video if you want to put it on. It's really nice. I think we're like on the third song now. There you go, guys. We're going to come to center, shift to that right leg. Bring all your body weight into that right leg. Go ahead and just draw yourself in. Both hands reach down for that leg. Pull yourself in. Soften. Let's go over to the left side. All the body weight into the left leg, but keep your right heel down and draw yourself in gently. Notice any tendency to tense up in the jaw or shoulders or neck. See if you can soften, fold, breathe. Back to center. We're going to bring hands to the shins or hands to the ground or hands to some yoga blocks if you have those, and find our halfway lift, Ardha Uttanasana. That means the chest starts to go forward. Find a nice extended spine and a flat back. Some of you might need to bend your knees a little bit, okay? So really what I want is for you to draw the navel in and up. Extend the heart forward. Find a strong midsection here. Pull the shoulders back. You should be a little shaky. Probably sweaty. I'm already sweating for sure. Find a little more extension. Hamstrings are also engaged here. And exhale, fold back in, maybe deeper. Good. And then we're going to roll up today. Place your hands together at heart center. Tuck your chin. Slowly inhaling up. Bend your knees. Navel draws in and up. Take as many breaths as you need to. Take your sweet time coming up to a standing position. At the top, nice full breath in. Exhale, roll those shoulders back. Good, let's do a couple shoulder rolls. So go ahead, roll your shoulders up. Exhale back. Go at your own pace. Feel free to close your eyes. Maybe a slight tuck of the chin. Good, one more, and then come to center. From here, keep your shoulder blades drawing down and back. Slide your hands to your lower back, fingertips facing up if you can get that. Now from here, we're going to pull the shoulders down and back, elbows draw together, Mula Bandha engages. Again, if you want to know these terms, you can watch my Vinyasa Foundations 1 and 2 video. Pull up on Mula Bandha, hips go forward, chest goes up, open. If it's okay on your neck, you can drop your head back a little, otherwise keep your chin tucked. Find a nice little supported back bend. And slowly back up. Release your hands into Samastiti. On your inhale, we're going to sweep the arms out and up. Fingers spread, toes spread. Ground through the feet, reach through the hands, levitate. Keep your navel drawing in, keep your ribs drawing in. So ground to reach up. Yeah, breathe in. Lengthen. On your exhale, turn your palms forward, shoulder blades down, elbows wide, open the chest. Squeeze those shoulders back, so the shoulder blades pulling back and together to open the chest. We're going to do a couple of movements here. Inhale again, arms sweep forward and up. Exhale, palms forward, shoulders back. Fluid movements. Inhale, arms up. Exhale. Elbows wide, shoulders back. Again, one more time. Inhale up. Open fingers, nice energized hands. Exhale, shoulders back and down. Now hold your shoulders back and open, and we're going to bend the knees coming into Utkatasana with the lower body. So go ahead. It's kind of like finding a little squat. Arms are open in this nice flight position, and we're going to squeeze those shoulder blades back. So just little pulses. Waking up the mid-back there. Keep your neck in neutral, maybe gazing out in front of you. Slight little pulses. Good, now hold. Inhale, bring those arms forward and up. Utkatasana, shoulders draw down and back, fingers spreading like you're holding a beach ball above your head. Keep drawing down, sitting down into the heels. Find your breath, nice inhale in. And then exhale, let's take it forward, fold forward. Draw yourself in, tucking the chin, lengthen the back of the neck, pull those shoulders away from the ears. On your inhale, come up halfway again. So finding that long spine like we just did. Lengthen, shoulders back. Find the extension of the hamstrings. Don't lose your core there. Hold it. Palms come down to the ground unless they're already there. Step your feet back to plank. Again, just because we're going slow doesn't mean this is an easy class. Keep that in mind. Sometimes it's way more challenging to feel everything, to really be in the integrity of the alignments. One more breath in plank. Feel free to lower your knees, you guys. We're going to come down to chaturanga with the elbows in. But again, I'm doing this modified. Elbows in, chest forward. You can come all the way down or stop in an actual chaturanga. Come to cobra or upward facing dog. So in cobra, here we are, pelvis stays down, chest is forward, neck is extended. In your upward facing dog, of course, the arms are extended, the chest is lifted, pressing into the tops of your feet. Those are your choices. Take what works for you today. When you're ready, lift your hips, draw back and find your downward facing dog, spreading every single finger on the earth, allowing your head to rest. Right into your Ujjayi breath if you lost it. Nice full breath into the navel section. As you exhale, press your heels back a little deeper into the earth. Gaze should be between your ankles or even up towards your navel. Let's take one more breath here. Pressing back on your exhale. Slow breath, slow movements. We're going to walk the feet to the front again. This time, bring your feet together at the top of your mat, but take your time. All the way to the top. Feet come together, and on your inhale, lifting up halfway. Find the integrity of, again, extending the heart forward without losing the core. If you need to, bend your knees. Get the extension from the hamstrings. Get the Uddiyana Bandha here. Feel the navel draw in and up. Feel the shoulders pulling back. Exhale, fold in. Straight legs, inhale, we rise to standing. Navel in, chin up, all the way up to standing. All the way up to touch the palms at the top, looking up at the top of your, pose your paws in your breath, and then exhale. Open the arms like wings, shoulders draw down. So that movement should be with your exhale. Let's do that again. Inhale, just sweep the arms up. Stay in standing. Exhale. Arms open with your breath. Hands return back down to the sides. Gaze goes to the toes. Again, inhale, arms up. Practicing movement with breath. Looking up. Exhale, arms open. Shoulders back and down. Looking down. Spread your toes. One more time. This time we'll come forward. Inhale. Take it all the way up. Looking up. Exhale. We're going to take it forward, all the way forward. With your breath, tucking the face to finish the exhale. Inhale, Ardha Uttanasana. Again, extending the spine with the integrity of the core. If you need to, hands to your shins, palms to the ground, step back to plank. Find a breath in. Exhale, lower. Feel free to use your knees. Elbows in, chest forward. Cobra or upward facing dog. Inhaling. Take your time. Back, downward facing dog. Lower to the knees, coming down to all fours again. Open up the knees, the width of the mat. Totally depends on your body size as well. Bring your toes to touch, okay? So coming down to all fours. Left hand is going to come forward a couple inches. We're going to bring that right hand back. We kind of did this at the beginning a little bit, but I think in seated. Opening up, we're going to roll that right shoulder again. So coming down, inhale, open. Exhale, looking down. A couple more times. Getting some big rotations in that shoulder. This time, let's stay with the right hand up. Open up the palm, so the palm should be facing the way your head is facing. And then exhale, we're going to thread. Right arm comes underneath, over to the left. Move your left hand out of the way, and we're in a nice spinal twist here. Right hand is facing up. Okay, inhale, you can soften. Exhale, twist a little deeper. Couple options from here. I think I'm out of the picture here. If you'd like to, left hand can come up and over the head. Another option for some of you, if it feels like it would enhance this pose for you, left hand can come back behind you, or your left hand can wrap and find the right inner thigh. If you can find that, cool. If not, find something that works for you today. Couple more breaths. Make sure that right hand is facing the sky. Finish the exhale you're on. Nice and slow. Place your left hand back down underneath the left shoulder or elbow and come back up, making your way back up to all fours. Very good. If you need to neutralize the spine, bring your knees back under the hips. Find a little cat spine, tucking the chin, rounding and curling. And then back to a nice long spine. Open the knees back up. Right hand forward a couple inches. Left hand is going to go back as you exhale. Inhale, open up. Use this opportunity to get that big rotation in the shoulder. Let that whole pericardium area get a nice big opening. That's our heart and lung meridian here. So our energy moves from the center of our chest out through the hands. I talked about this in a different practice, that our hands are an extension of our heart. So if we're always practicing with limp hands, all right, then our heart energy is not as vibrant here. So we can open up and really open up our body as like a big channel of energy. You open up those hands, open up the feet, connecting to the earth. I always think about opening up the hands to the heaven or to the sky. And one more rotation if you're in it with me. Looking up, nice full breath, big heart opening there, and then exhale, thread left arm underneath, coming down to the left shoulder. Now what you want is that shoulder to come all the way to the right. Almost where your hand is where your head is going to go, okay? You're going to slide your right hand over to the right and twist. So you want to make sure you're in a nice long spine here. Now your right hand moves to the right, can be used as leverage to help you twist. You could bring your right hand over the head, twist deeper that way, or right hand behind you, maybe just reaching it back, or binding and grabbing the left inner thigh with your right hand. So find an option that feels good for you today. You can find an edge and soften into it. Respect your edge, but also learn how to find your way to that little edge. Breathe into it. Notice what happens when you breathe into your belly, not just into your chest. Notice what happens when you change the breath from being short and shallow to an ujjayi breath. Ujjayi means victorious. They say the deeper we breathe, the deeper we live. Finish the exhale you're on. Slide your right hand back down the way you came into it, nice and slow, pressing yourself up. Come back to center. Arrange your hands underneath the shoulders. Bring your knees under the hips. And one more time. Finding a cat spine. Moving nice and slow, pressing into the palms, tucking the chin, feeling the shoulder blades separate as the spine presses to the sky. Go ahead and tuck your toes under. Keep the strength through those arms. Lift your knees, pressing into the toes, and press straight back to your downward facing dog, rotating the sits bones up and drawing back through the heels. Nice full breaths. Fuller, longer breaths than you've taken maybe all day, maybe all practice. Long exhale. Ground through your left foot, lift your right leg, keep your hips square for now. So instead of rolling the right hip open, go ahead and press back through the left heel. Extend through that right leg, maybe the right toes or the right heel. Go ahead and bend your right knee. We're going to bring right knee to the nose, round and curl. Pull the shin from the ground. Feel your core, hold it. Right leg is going to come back and up in the air again. Reach it up. And look forward. Step your right foot between your hands. If you need to come to your fingertips, I'm doing that today. Lower down to the ground with your back knee. So back knee comes down to the ground. Go ahead and untuck your back toes to start today, and we'll come up to this right knee. Both hands on that right knee, allowing those hips to drop forward. So feeling some nice extension in the front left hip flexor there. Good. And then press into the right foot. Come out of that lunge a little bit. Make sure that right knee is directly in line with your right ankle. Left arm is going to reach up to the sky. Nice deep breath in. Bring your pointer and thumb to touch. Go ahead and extend over to the right. Stretching that left side body again, getting some nice length. If you want to bend your elbow a little bit, you can. Another option is to place your hand to the outside of your head a little bit there, and then just kind of open up that left side that way. Good, back up, inhale. Left arm reaches to the sky. On your exhale, go ahead and place your left hand down to the ground. Tuck your back toes under. Lift your back knee from the ground one more time. Extend through that heel. Right hand is on the outside of that right thigh. You're going to start to twist to the right. Pull your shoulder blades back. Reach your right arm up. And breathe. Shoulder pulls back. Same thing we've done so many times. You can stay here or you can rotate that right arm around with your breath. If you don't feel like doing that, you can stay steady. Continue to breathe. There's so much benefit in just holding a pose. Watching the reaction. One more breath in, reaching up. And exhale, slowly, right hand down to the ground. Lower the back knee down. And if you have a yoga block or blocks, they can be a good assist here. You can walk your hands back. We're going to come into a half split. So the hips go back and the right toes go up. Frame out that right foot. Take a breath in if you need blocks. Okay, you can use 2 here. Inhale, extend, and exhale, melt in. So folding into that right leg. Now you're working on pulling right hip back into the socket as you fold in, feeling a little Uddiyana Bandha there as well. Those of you a little more open in the hamstring, you can also come into a full Hanumanasana. So this is Ardha, which is half. Full would be to extend the right leg forward, the back leg back toes stay tucked, hips stay square. So whichever option you're in, see if you can square off those hips. So right hip and left hip are in one line. Couple more breaths here. Nice inhale in. Exhale, fold. One more breath wherever you are. Melt in, exhale. Go ahead and lift. Walk your hands back forward. Bend your right knee back over the ankle. Frame out that front foot. Lift your back knee from the ground. We're going to pick right foot up, bring it back and up in the air. Now roll the right hip open. Open up that hip. Those of you who flip your dog, if you'd like to, or called wild thing sometimes, right foot back behind you if it's okay for you. Find a little flip of your dog, opening up. And slowly back around when you're ready. Right hand to the ground. Right leg lifts back and up in the air. Good, let's bring right foot over to the left. How is that going to happen, right? Right knee to left tricep first, and then right foot steps over to the left. All right, now this one, there's a little work involved. Obviously, you're feeling your core. Don't let your right hip come to the ground quite yet, okay? Actually, don't let it come to the ground at all. If you can, press strong through the palms. Just get a nice stretch across that right hip there. Breathe. Go ahead and pick a right foot back up. Bring it back and up in the air one more time. And then lower the right leg down. Press back. We're going to vinyasa. Come forward to plank. Feel free to lower your knees. Exhale, lower. Can you come all the way down if you want to? Or stop. You do cobra or upward facing dog here. Completely your choice. I'm sticking with cobra today. Exhale back to downward facing dog. And we're going to do the other side. Left leg is going to lift up. Keep the hips square for now. And again, we're working on pressing through the right heel. And if this is too much for you, you can always do this on your right knee. Okay, reaching up, nice and strong, inhaling. And then exhale, you're going to bend your left knee and bring the left knee to the nose. So again, you can do this in a 3-legged downward facing dog or on your knee, pulling it in. Left leg back and up in the air again. Inhale. Exhale, step left foot between the hands. All the way up. And then lower your back knee down. Nice and slow. See if you can really deliberately make this practice way slower than you usually practice or move. Come up onto your left knee with both hands. Let your hips drop forward. Shoulders draw down. Soften. Soften the shoulders, soften the heart, soften the face, soften the mind. Allow that hip to sink. Go ahead and press out of that lunge a little bit, aligning left knee with the ankle. Left hand comes to the outside of that left thigh. Right arm is going to reach up as you take a deep breath in. Pointer and thumb touch. Go ahead and reach over to the left. And here, if you want, again, you can place your hand to the outside of your head and open up a little bit more. So you're actually going to feel this stretch across that whole right hip, right side body, maybe even into the psoas as you open up. Super good for liberating back pain. Good, we're gonna release right arm back up, come to center, right hand up to the sky. Exhale, right hand down to the ground underneath the shoulder. Tuck your back toes under, press through that heel. I'm gonna switch again so you guys can see here. Press through that heel. Now we're working on twisting to the left. So pressing into that knee if you need to there. Opening up the shoulders, stacking left shoulder and right shoulder. Look up, reach your left hand up. Now staying here in this nice strong position and breathing, or feel free to roll that left arm around. Shoulder pulls down away from the ear. Breathing and moving. Again, feel free to stay still. Continue to work on drawing left hip back. Staying strong through that back leg. One more breath, nice inhale, reaching that hand up. And then we lower the left hand down. Now let's press the left hip back. So don't let the left hip come out to the side either. If you can, actually pull that left hip back. And if you need some assist with some elevation, yoga blocks again are great for that. So you can always come up with one hand or both hands as you pull the hip back, toes to the sky, fold in. With your breath, inhale, create a little space, a little length. Exhale, deepen into your fold, keep the spine long. If you went into a full Hanumanasana on the other side, go ahead and match it on this one. You want to see if you can tuck those back toes under too, if those were down. Exhale, melting in. Inhale, we're going to come back up. Bend the left knee back over the ankle, finding our way back to that lunge. Framing out that left foot with both hands, tuck the back toes under, lift that back leg up in the air one more time. Like we did on the other side, I'm going to move here because I know I have limited space. Roll the left hip open, knee to the sky, and if you did it on the other side, flipping the dog, left foot back behind you, left arm opens up. Couple nice deep breaths. Coming back around, taking your time nice and slow. Left hand to the ground, left leg lifts to the sky. Now we're going to step left foot over to the right, off of the mat, nice and slow. Flex the foot. See if you can drop that left hip a little bit, but don't let it touch the ground. Nice and strong through the arms, squaring the shoulders forward. Big, big, big stretch there through that left leg. One more breath. Super strong. And pick that left foot up, bring it back and up in the air one more time. And then go ahead and lower that left foot. Come forward to plank when you're ready. Inhale. Lower down, exhale. Nice and slow, come through, cobra or upward facing dog. Back to downward face. Let's lower to the knees, come to a Dhyanasana. Sit back on your heels. We're going to take a little rest here. So find a resting place on your mat, eyes closed, palms on the lap, palm over palm. Take a moment, shoulders back, chin slightly tucks, right into a meditative position. Keep your attention on your Ujjayi breath. So it's easy to come into a pose and think you're fully in it. But unless we're really paying attention to our breath within any given asana, we're not fully in the asana. Soften the facial muscles. Find that natural suspension at the top of your inhale and bottom of your exhale. Remember, we're also regulating the nervous system with this breath. go ahead and lift your gaze if your eyes were closed, keeping the eyes soft, friendly, but focused out in front of you. Place your palms on your lap, and on your next inhale, go ahead and come up to your knees. Pressing up to your knees, we're going to separate the knees hip width apart. Now in this next pose, we're going to come into Ustrasana, which is a back bend. You can work with your toes tucked under, or you can keep them untucked. It depends on the openness of your lower back. So if you have a bigger back bend, untucked toes is good. If you have not such a big back bend, you can work with toes tucked under. It really only matters if you're going to drop back and grab your heels. So if that's an option for you, just keep that in mind. Hands to your lower back, fingertips facing up if that's okay on your wrists. You're going to draw the shoulders back, elbows toward one another like we did in standing. Mula Bandha once again. So we're drawing the energy, think about this, in and up. Just like Uddiyana Bandha, the navel area going in and up, Uddiyana means to fly upward. So we're drawing that energy kind of in and up. And as we do that, then we get the lift of the chest toward the sky, and then we have the drop back into the back bend. So no compression in the lower back. Think about more bringing the hips forward, the chest up. Once you have that, start to come back, and then maybe reach back and grab your heels, Continue to pull the shoulder blades down and back, lift the heart to the sky, and if it's okay on your neck, you can drop the head back. And you're almost squeezing the inner thighs toward one another a little bit as you're coming into this. Hips are drawing forward, keep lifting, breathing. Slowly tucking the chin if you drop the head back, coming back up, hands to the lower back, press the hips forward, rise back up, and release the hands. Inhale, arms up, touch the palms over the head, and then from here, I want you to bring the toes to touch, and slowly lower to sit back on your heels, keeping the hands over the head. Once you're seated on your heels, close your eyes. We're going to lower those palms together over the Ajna chakra, that's the space between the eyebrows. Touch. Take a moment. Take a breath. Exhale, start to tuck your chin. Lower the hands to the center of your heart. Breathe. Allow your hands to also feel the racing physical heartbeat. Find long, smooth breaths. Feel the connection between those breaths and that heartbeat. Find the peace that exists within that connection, with noticing that connection. When you're ready, lift your face a little bit. Slide your hands down to the ground. Bring your knees together into a modified child's pose position. So knees come together, and we're going to sit the hips right back on the heels. Couple options for the arms here. You can bring your elbows down by your body, forehead down to the ground. Just kind of come into this little ball position. Or if you want to slide your hands back behind you, palms facing up, that is also a nice option. So your choice. I like to keep my elbows on the ground and my palms just kind of almost under my shoulders, resting. Close your eyes, breathe right into your legs. Let your body inflate into your thighs. And exhale, melt into the earth. And again, acknowledging this connection. Really feeling the breath, the quality of the breath, the quality of being here right now. Totally present in this feeling space. Maybe even feeling the pulsation of the earth. When you're ready, you're going to slide your hands underneath your shoulders. Wherever they are, place them there. Press into your palms gently and lift your chest up off your thighs. Lift your body up off your thighs. Take a nice breath in, and on your exhale, I want you to rock your weight into your palms. Lift your knees into your nose. So we're going to engage Uddiyana Bandha here again. So breathe in, and then exhale, press into the palms, lift and curl. So we're curling knees to the nose. It's all about the core here. Again, breathe in, exhale, curl. And down. All right, you guys. Palms forward. Tuck the toes under. Sit back on your heels with the toes tucked under, okay? Sitting up nice and tall. Roll those shoulders down and back. Maybe close your eyes here and take a few more breaths, opening up the arches of the feet. This is a good thing to do every day. Just let the plantar fascia get a nice stretch, the toes, the ankles. Breathe. If there's any other kind of pranayama you want to do here, just breathing practice, you're welcome to. Otherwise, just stay here and breathe. Good, let's do one more breath. If you need to lift up and come back down, you're welcome to. Otherwise, exhale when you're ready. Release your hands if you need to. Tap your feet. All right, and as I like to do, often we'll stretch the tops of the feet since we did those toes the other way. Let's go ahead and stretch the toes in the opposite direction. I got some adjustments there. So stretching the toes, if you need to come down and then roll through to downward facing dog or roll straight through, go ahead, find your way into it. Paddle your legs, shake your head yes or no, do a couple breaths of whatever you'd like to, or even find stillness and breathe. Just working your way through. Good, and then when you're ready, go ahead and look through the hands. We're going to come to a seated position. Go ahead and make your way down to a seat however you'd like to. This is a slow flow, so again, take your time, okay? I'm still sweating even though we're moving slow. All right, we're going to start by extending right leg out in front. So go ahead, extend your right leg forward, but open up the left knee. All right, so moving a little open. So you should be about open to a 45-degree angle. So you're not square off to that right leg. You're open a little to the side. If you want to work with the yoga strap here, you're welcome to as well. But you're going to flex your right foot, scoop some flesh from the sits bones, and we'll start by placing left hand on the hip and working your right hand down the shin. Now you're going to reach. Either grab the right big toe, or you can keep your hand on the ankle, the shin, whatever you can reach there. I want you to start to rotate that left shoulder back. Now work on lengthening the spine. Okay, so instead of folding forward, pull up, maybe find Mula Bandha, Uddiyana Bandha, and reach over. So reaching the top of the head toward the foot, simultaneously keeping that left hip grounded. Think about rotating the ribs open, drawing the shoulder back. Once you have that, if it's okay on your neck, left arm reaches up, breathing in and over. And it doesn't have to be big or intense. You can even soften the elbow. A nice option here, and I like to do it, is place the hand to the back of the head and roll that left shoulder back a little more and get a nice stretch through that left side body. Whatever works for you. Those of you more open, of course, you can always reach and grab the foot and do whatever feels good. But maybe just feeling the integrity of finding the length today and keeping the left hip grounded at the same time. One more breath. Take advantage of this. This is super, super good to lengthen the side bodies. Helps with our digestion as well. Go ahead and soften, come back up to seated. Now we're going to bring left hand back behind us about 6 inches. So let that left hand come back behind you. Right arm now is going to come forward. We're going to come and do a little side bend or back bend, slight back bend. Pressing up into that left hand and left knee. Open up that right arm. Let it do whatever feels good for you there. Nice deep breath. And then exhale, we're going to come back down the same way we went up. Good. Swivel forward, and we'll do the other side. So left leg comes forward this time. Right leg is going to open out to the right to a 45-degree angle. Scoop the flesh from your sits bones. When you're ready, left hand to the ankle or wherever you can get it, and essentially you're going to grab the big toe with the peace fingers. I did mention yoga strap. If you'd like to use that, this is how you would do that. Even if you were not able to grab the foot, this thing allows you to have that extension without having to fold like so. Okay, so you work with a long spine, reaching whatever you can grab. Right arm is going to reach up. Keep the neck soft, shoulders down, and reach over the head. And again, feel free to bend the elbow, place the hand to the back of the head, press the head gently into the hand, and again, working on lengthening that right side body as you keep that hip grounded to the earth. So you can feel wherever you need that stretch to go. I like to sometimes self-massage, which means finding those tight areas, bringing some awareness there with my fingers, and then bringing some breath into those areas. Always using that breath. One more here. Finish your exhale. Right arm is going to come up this time nice and slow. Inhale it up. And exhale. Same thing we did on the other side. Right hand comes back behind you about 6 inches. You're going to press into that right palm, press into your right knee, lift the hips. Left arm reaches up and over the head or back behind you, doing whatever feels good. And slowly come back down. Swivel back around to face forward. No rush. Both legs are going to come to face forward. From here, scoop the flesh from your sits bones, so leaning forward a little left and right. Before we come down, let's do a Dandasana pose, so nice and strong through the upper body and through the legs. We take a breath in. On the exhale, I want you to press strong through your arms, straighten your legs, tuck the chin. You're trying to get the crown to the sky and the feet to come forward, all right? Breath in. Exhale, press and hold. Hold. Inhale, release, arms up. Reach up, lengthen, exhale, take it forward. Grab whatever you can. If you need to use yoga strap, feel free. Roll a little left and right. Create a little more space and length there. Nice deep breath in again. And then exhale, draw yourself in. We're going to do a couple more very, very slow breaths. Create space. Exhale, deepen. Let's do 2 more breaths. Nice inhale in. Make sure you can even hear your own breath. 1 more breath in. Keep the toes active. Exhale, melt into your legs. Slowly soften. And take your time, rolling back up to a seated position. No rush whatsoever. Good. From here, we're going to bend the knees, scoot forward on your mat. Keep your feet flat to the ground today. Open up those knees, hip width apart, arms forward like you're holding a beach ball in front of you. Now we're going to roll onto our backs, 1 vertebra at a time, everyone. Tuck your tailbone. Go nice and slow. Breathe. Right when you want to roll past that shaky point, I want you to see if you can stop. Take a moment, take a breath. Exhale a little bit further. Ooh, stop at that next shaky point. Inhale. And exhale a little further. Imagine someone's holding your feet down for you. Stay strong. Keep breathing. All the way down, taking your time. Once you're there, extend your arms and legs, reaching in the opposite directions. Lengthen your entire body out on the earth, and then let your arms rest somewhere. Down by your sides or out from your body. We're going to take just a quick mini Savasana. So we're not going to stay still, we're just going to take a moment to receive the earth, allow the earth to receive you. Maybe eyes closed. I would encourage you to close your eyes, but stay with your breath. Keep observing sensation in the body. So although we become still physically, feel all the movement still happening. Good. Nice full deep breath. Allow your belly to inflate. Exhale, slow melt. Go ahead and start to bend the knees 1 at a time, bringing the feet back flat to the ground. Bring your lower back flat to the ground, tucking the tailbone. And then you're going to draw the knees into the body, wrap your arms around your legs, squeeze them in and roll a little right and left. We're not finished. We're going to take some nice twists, get into the hips a little bit. Come to center. Take a moment, squeeze, and then bring your right knee on top of left knee, crossing the knees as tight as possible, either holding onto the shins and pulling those legs in, or to the ankles, or to the feet. Whatever you want to hold on to today, draw those legs toward the body and get a nice big hip stretch there. Full deep breaths. Longer, slower inhales and exhales. Shoulders are back and down. Stay relaxed in the upper body. This part should be super relaxing. Good, and then go ahead and soften. See if you can cross that right foot behind the left calf. Go ahead and find that bind, and if you can't quite get the bind, just keep those knees crossed. Arms up, inhale. We're going to cross right arm under left, finding eagle arms. As you cross those arms, bring the hands together as best as possible. Take a breath here, and on your exhale, lift elbows to knees, squeezing everything in as tightly as possible. Shoulder blades lift up off the ground so there is an engagement of the core. Lower sacrum rather is off the ground as well. Holding one more breath, and then exhale, lower. Go ahead and open up the arms. We're going to bring the knees over to the left. Nice and slow. Bring your left hand on top of your right knee and look out to the right. If you need to adjust your body, go ahead and move that left shoulder blade over to the left. So depending on your twist here, you want those shoulders to be nice and broad. As you reach the right arm away from the body, turn your head to face past that right hand, and we'll take a couple breaths here, getting a nice big stretch from that right shoulder all the way down through that right knee. Nice full breath in. Long, complete exhale out. Can't stress enough how important that long breath is. It makes this entire practice a completely different experience once you get that breath down. Come back to center, uncross the legs, draw the knees in, give yourself a nice squeeze here, and we'll do the other side. Left knee on top of right knee, as tight as possible. You're going to pull the legs into the body. Open up the feet, draw the knees in, and find whatever you can grab today. So again, maybe it's that front shin, maybe it's the ankles, and maybe it's the feet. Shoulders back, head back. Maybe close your eyes. Ujjayi pranayam. I hope you guys are listening to this playlist I added because it's super good. If not, I would encourage you to do this whole practice with the playlist at a different time. One more breath. Go ahead and soften and release. Left foot behind the right calf now, as tightly as you can get it. If not, if you can't get that full bind, that's fine. Just keep those knees crossed. Arms up, inhale. Exhale, left arm under right. Bring the palms to touch as best as you can. Take a breath in, and on your exhale again, curl yourself in. Shoulder blades off of the ground. Sacrum off of the ground. Nice and tight hold. The core is engaged. One more breath in. And exhale, lower. Open up the arms. Keep those legs crossed. Bring the knees over to the right. Keep your knees high if possible. Knees drop gently over to the right. Right hand comes to the left knee. Left arm is reaching out. Turn your head to the left and breathe. Long, slow breaths. Feel free to close your eyes. I would even say close your eyes. Create space at the top of your breath in. Mount slowly. Deepen. Good. One more full breath in. Let your belly and ribs inflate. Nice pause and melt. Exhale. Slowly come to center. Bring your gaze back up. Roll onto your back. Draw both knees back in, uncrossing the legs. Give them a nice squeeze. Drawing yourself in. Gently rolling left and right. Very slow. I'd keep the eyes closed here. Just feel. One more full breath. The quality of this practice is enhanced so much once you get that breath down. I know I just said that, but I can tell you over and over and over, and one day it might click for you and you'll be like, I know what she meant. It's an ecstatic experience once we have it. All right, you guys, feet down flat. Hip width apart with those feet, knees hip width apart, hands down by your sides. We're going to come into bridge pose. So I want you to bring your elbows as close to your body as you can get them, wiggling a little left and right. Those of you who want to work with the yoga block, you're welcome to. Press firmly into the feet, scoop those hips in toward one another, and lift up toward the sky. Again, if you want to work with the yoga block, you could slide that block underneath your sacrum and do a more of a passive lift there. I'll just show you really quick because I have one handy. Depending on your leg height here and lower back, okay, you could always just put that block and find a nice passive lift. But okay, active lift is nice, very healthy too for the lower back and glutes. So let's go ahead, interlace the fingers underneath you, wiggle the elbows closer together, keep your chin in neutral, don't look to the left or right. Let's go ahead and breathe here right into that heart center. So inhale, fill your belly like a balloon. Exhale, nice and slow. We're going to stay lifted. Keep pressing those hips up. Put a slight tuck of the tailbone. Inhale, fill the belly. Exhale, empty. Start lifting toward the chin. A couple more. Inhale. Exhale, empty. One more breath. Nice long breath in. And slowly release your hands. Go ahead and take your time rolling back to the ground. Please feel free to go very slow. All the way down onto your back. Rest for a moment with your eyes closed. Again, staying with your breath, coming to a still place, and just feeling the sensations. Feeling the pulsations. Feeling the movement that still exists within stillness. Everything exists within stillness. Finding that sacred pause. Alright, so we're going to come into our final, not final asana quite yet, our final back bend. So I'm going to give you the option if you want to go into another bridge pose, the pose you guys just did, or you can go into full wheel, which is Urdhva Dhanurasana or Chakrasana, the full opening. If you guys practice that, if not, please skip this one. It is a more advanced pose. So bridge pose, you just did that. You could also just lift one more time, do the same thing. You could also do another back bend, something I'm not saying. If you want to go into fish pose, if you want to go into a completely different pose in this time, please feel free. If you want to lay on your back, continue laying there and not saying anything at all and just staying still, please do so. I'm going to give you the next minute or two to work through whatever it is that you're choosing to do. I'm going into a full back bend. So if those of you want to go into it with me, palms next to your ears. All right, go ahead. You can come to the top of your head first if you'd like to. And then when you're ready, press all the way up or come straight up. It is completely up to you how you want to come into this. All right, I'm going to actually turn the other direction. So if some of you are actually like, how do you come into that? I'm going to show you this way. Ideally, I would break down this pose a little more in a workshop situation, but I'll just show you really quick. Palms flat, press up. And you want to work on pressing your chest forward, keeping those toes forward. Your chest toward your hands and the toes straight forward, not turning out. So make sure those feet are parallel if you're going into it. Breathe. Maybe up to 5 breaths. All right, if it was your first time doing something like that, take your time, come back down when you need to. Again, I would not recommend that pose if you don't already practice that. Whatever you chose to do is perfect. When you're complete, take a moment of stillness. Those of you who went into a big back bend, also counter your lower back if you need to. Pull the knees into the body. Curl yourself into a little ball if you have to. Do a little roll if you want. Just feel your way through that. And then come to rest one more time with the feet down, flat to the ground, knees up in the air. We're going to bring the knees together, walk the feet out to the edges of the mat, to the left and to the right, letting your knees come into more of a knock-knee position. So feeling a very, very subtle, gentle stretch on the outside of the hips, more so in the hip sockets and even some space in the sacrum. And then we're going to tick-tock the legs a little bit. So I want you to let the right knee start to come down toward the center of the mat. Feeling a subtle stretch through that right quad and hip flexor, maybe even up into the belly area where the psoas also is. Take a nice breath there into that heart center, into the belly. A long, relaxed exhale. And then we're going to switch sides nice and slow. Left knee comes down toward the center. Bringing some awareness in the left side body, into the psoas, into the top of the hip there, into the quad. Sending the breath into those areas. Finishing up a nice long exhale, come back to center. Go ahead and open up those legs. Let your legs come all the way down to the ground. Extending yourself down. You guys, if you have the music playing, go ahead and roll to the side if you need to. Turn off the music. I'm going to go ahead and do the same thing. Just turn off your music. Come to a place of silence for a moment. Once you turn the music off, if you had it on, go ahead, lay on your back. I want you to place your left hand over your heart. That's the center of your chest, your anahata. And your right hand over the navel, which is your manipura, your solar plexus. Take a deep, full breath into your hands and exhale out of your mouth. A long, slow sigh. So making that ha sound with the mouth open this time. We're going to do that again. Take a long, long, slow inhale into the hands. All the way up, and then exhale, make the ha sound. And one more like that. Long breath into the hands. And exhale out. Allow your jaw muscles to stay relaxed. Allow your tongue to stay relaxed. If you want to keep your hands resting on your body and just let your shoulders melt, your elbows melt down to the ground, you can. Or you can extend your arms out from the body, down by the sides. Make sure you turn your palms facing up though if you did release your hands down. Close your eyes. Soften every single muscle and bone into the earth. Allow your breath to become more and more natural. It might even suspend, that's fine. Just rest in that still place, completely still. And if you find the mind is jumping around, finding things, finding excuses and reasons to move, bring your attention again to that pulsation of the body, maybe the pulsation of the earth, and the peace that exists within the observation without movement. Allowing for deeper and deeper rest. Finally becoming unmoved, unaffected, untouched. Or as the definition of anahata, unstruck. Meaning no matter what occurs, no matter what has occurred, the seat of the soul has always remained perfect and whole, complete and divine. And I am that. All of this is that. Tucked on the sea. Allowing your next breath to be very slow but sweet. Noticing the sensation as you fill the body with not just the oxygen that we absorb when we take an inhale, but the prana, the life force energy, the support of the universe, the actual experience of love. Let your exhale be like a relief, a release, a letting go, a surrender. And feel how each breath that follows has that same quality. And then begin to recognize that every single breath throughout our day, throughout our life, carries that same quality. And once we feel and experience the value of paying attention to that, we start to pay attention to that a little bit more every day. And as much as we can, remembering that. And whenever you can, remembering that. And we come to peace again. Go ahead and turn your head to the right. Gently turn your head to the left. Bringing your head back to neutral. Wiggling your fingers and toes, creating some more movement in the body. When you're ready, you can either stretch your body, take a nice extension of the arms and legs, or draw your knees in, whatever you guys want to do here. But eventually we're going to wrap the arms around the legs. Squeeze yourself in. Go ahead and make your way onto the right side in a little fetal position. Take a moment of pause there. Just feeling the earth, feeling this body, feeling how nice it feels to have moved and breathed and stretched and twisted and probably sweat a little bit, and just feel how wonderful of a gift this is. gratitude for this practice. I'm grateful for you guys for being here with me as well and holding me accountable to doing them. Feels so nice. When you guys are ready, press yourself up to a seated position. Let's find our way into our final place of reverence here. Bring your hands together at heart center. Close your eyes. Tuck your chin towards your chest, bowing toward that beautiful heart space that we talked about, or that I talked about today. The anahata. Anahata meaning unstruck. The untouched perfection that exists as us, within us, and as has its being through us. And in that place, in that recognition of that place, coming back home to ourself, to the one self that is existing, inherent, and having its being in all things and all people. We are at a place of fearlessness. We exist in a place of pure unconditional love because there is nothing that is perceived as separate from that self. As we slow down and learn to connect with that center, it naturally occurs. That experience happens not through an effort, but through a being. The surrender of effort, the surrender in general, allows that existence to unfold and just naturally occur. So, the practice is the magic. Thank you all for doing it with me, for being here with me, for trusting my guidance, for holding it down for yourself, and in turn, for everything and everyone, everywhere, because it is all one. So thank you so much. Thank you for being my teachers as well, you guys. Have a wonderful rest of your week. Namaste. I'm going to turn the lights on. All right, you guys, whoever's still with me here, thank you so much. Please, if you have access to your keyboards, just pop in, say hi. I know Janine's here. Doug said hi. Some other random person that I don't know what about that. Hi, Doug, you're still here. Oh, thank you. Otherwise, I guess feel free to send me a message elsewhere on social media or something. I'm like super now from that practice. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, you want to donate to the class, Ninjas in My Room, Doug, you can look at the link, the information that's in the video comments, the video description. My brain is like, blah. And I have the information there if you'd like to donate. If you want to share this practice later, it will be do this practice later, it will be uploaded shortly, probably by the end of the night, and you feel free to practice it again. If you ever have any questions about anything I ever talked about in this class or any others, please do not hesitate to ask me. I love being available for you guys other than just behind a lens. And of course, feel free to share this class as well and the rest of my YouTube channel. I'm taking requests also, so if you guys have any requests for either classes, workshops, poses, anything you want, please don't hesitate to send me a message or give me a comment. And thank you, Janine. Thank you. I know my tooth. I'll keep you updated. Okay, that's it from me. Loka samasta sukino bhavantu. Om shanti shanti shanti. Thank you, guys.